Hey ho people, it's Stylosa from UnitLost.com and this is Crusader Kings 2. Now, this is, well, it's critically acclaimed as the most accessible grand strategy game Paradox have ever made, and Paradox are obviously the kings of grand strategy. Now, there's a problem. Well, not really a problem, but this is going to be a good test. I have never played a grand strategy game. Anybody who's, been watching the channel, a couple of months ago I did a Sengoku video, which was questionable in the sense of I had no idea what I was doing, and it was also, I think what put me off that was the fact a lot of the stuff was Japanese, and I have no idea about Japanese history or any of that, so I had no clue. But this is in Europe, so you'd think, well, I know about a bit of medieval history, so I should be okay. But whatever, let's, well, I think what we need to do is go into the tutorial, because I literally have no idea what the hell I am doing. So, basic introduction. Well, let's fire through it, because apparently it's easy to understand. Okay, so this is an introduction to Crusader Kings 2, a grand strategy game set in medieval Europe. As Emperor King Count would you, obviously I'm the Emperor. Lead your dynasty to glory. Right, okay, next. The realm view is where you get a quick overview of your realm, your vassals, economy, history and more. Click on the shield next to the portrait, right. Look a bit chubby. What's going on here? Right, okay. Right. Right, okay. Character view, okay. Click the portrait. All characters have a view like this. This is the King of Scotland. Scotland? What? You can see that his wife... oh. His wife's dead. Oh dear. And his grandparents are... Oh dear me. And his parents dead. What's been going on here? But he's got 2 children and 3 siblings. Ooh. So these are his brothers and sisters. Well, actually, he's just got 3 brothers. Yeah, he's a brother. He might look like a woman, but he's brother. To the upper right corner, you can open the family and dynasty trees. Above that, you will see a small eye icon. The upper right, yeah, you can open the family and dynasty trees. Above that, you'll see a small eye icon. Oh. This? What's this? I don't know. Information. I can't see any information icon. Oh, upper right of this window. Okay. So, yeah, do not click the eye. It opens Wikipedia. Minimise the game. Great. Well, okay, so that, give you the... And in fact, if they've got a fully fledged Wikipedia for Crusader Kings 2, that is pretty nice. Because, I mean, there's a lot of information to take on board, especially if you don't know anything about the history and whatever. Because, yeah, well, these are actual people as well. They're not... Well, I believe they're actual people. They're not just made-up chaps. Right. Note that you can also go to the portrait of the character to select the... Yeah, okay, next. The information bar. From left to right, we have wealth. Okay, so that's obviously how much money I've got. Prestige. This is a measure of your success. So obviously mine will be thousands and thousands. Hover over the sum to see your monthly gain or loss. Oh, I seem to be gaining it. Oh, yeah. Not making much gold a month because, well, plus 0.65. I guess I've got a load of peasants on board. Piety shows you the churches you have. Okay. Realm size and score. So, okay. You see, this is the thing which kind of puts me off. Like, as soon as I get through this phase of all this information overload, I mean, it should become quite natural. This is what I've been told, because I've been speaking to people who play grand strategy games. I mean, there's people like Lass and Dimmy and people like that from Unit Lost, and they're like, you need to play one, and I'm like, what? Anyway, I'm playing this or trying to play it. Right, the map. Now this, you know what, the map looks quite nice. Especially the water, but then I remember the water on what's this here? Iceland. Hey. King Arthur was quite good with the water, so But anyway, okay, so we can move the map, yeah, whatever. Lost, you can easily navigate long distances using the mini-map. Click on it and you'll be transported to that location. Yeah, we know. Press the... Right, that takes you back home. Although if you get lost on the map, you will have got special needs, to be quite honest. Map modes. For different types of information, there are different map modes. We are in the terrain map mode right now. The independent map mode paints the name of the countries neatly over the map. If you zoom in further, the name of the individual provinces will pop up instead. Switch to the independent realms map mode now to see defined borders. Right, the game starts paused. You can do all of the aforementioned actions while the game is paused or unpaused. However, nothing will actually happen until you unpause. Right, okay, so as you can see, the current date is the 15th of September. Next to the date, you see a pause symbol and a plus and a minus sign. So that's the speeding up and slowing down. By clicking the pause sign, yeah. The keyboard shortcut to unpause and pause is space. Okay, unpause now to continue, so I'll press space. Great. How to stay in control. There are lots of things going on in the world, some very important, some less. There are a few different ways to be notified. Pop-ups, large messages that pop up. Now, kind of like, I'm going to do a lame comparison to Civilization. It's not, this game is not like Civilization, but you know where you get the type of thing popping up saying yada yada yada, especially from like the city-states in the new Civ. You know, they give you a mission, that type of thing I guess goes on. Messages to the upper right are more important messages on top, the less important messages below. Okay, alerts, these are round icons, so these are these things, right? So a title can be created, a ruler is unmarried, a vassal, inheritance warning, pick an ambition to be king of the universe, space and time, that is my ambition. You could, whatever that is, so anyway, next. Right, I need to go and learn how to basic economy. So I've just learned the very, very basic stuff there. Now this is the economy basic stuff. The income you have comes from provinces, right? Both the ones you control directly and those owned by your vassals. So vassals are just like, you know, people you control, essentially. Each province gives you money and troops, so the more provinces you have, the more stuff you've got and the harder you are to kill. Provinces owned by religious holders like bishops will only give you money if their opinions of you are higher than that of the Pope. Disgusting. Otherwise the money goes to him. That's terrible. I wonder if you can go to war with the Pope. I'm going to kill the Pope. Vassals other than bishops will always give you money, but something went on then, I don't know. Your expenses are any military that you have raised, and if you have a liege, you might pay tax to them. So if I think a liege is if I'm like somebody else's bitch, which is never going to happen because I'm king of the world, time, space, and all that kind of stuff. You can click on the realm now to get an overview of your economy. Right. That's realm view. Next. Oh, hang on. End of tutorial chapter. How do you wish to proceed? Well, basic counsel, right? A ruler does not rule alone. You have access to 5 types of advisors that help you. The first advisor... I need a drink. The first advisor is the Chancellor. Chancellor? The Chancellor, the money man, who assists your ruler in the diplomatic field. Oh, I guess he's the diplomatic guy there. Further, you have the Marshal, who is your resident military expert, so he's like the Generale. You then have a Steward, who's in charge of your economy. The Spy Master, who's obviously in charge of the spies. And the Chaplain is the spiritual guy. So he's the Chaplain, he's the Spy, he's the other guy, and he's the Generale, and he's that other lad. Fantastic. These vassals can perform missions for you. The Chancellor can, for example, forge claims on foreign lands. That's right. Just put a claim on the whole Europe, or the planet, the universe. Oh yeah. Well, the Steward can bolster taxes, all for the benefit of your dynasty. They also add their stats to yours. Okay. So the next thing we got is basic succession. So can you see why these games have been frightening to me in the past? You cannot simply just turn up and play this game. It's like going back to school. You know, I'm having to learn. Anyway, I'm halfway through it, so we'll carry on. Well, at the basic level anyway. Succession laws are what determines who you will play as next and what they would... Oh, okay, so when you die, you actually play the next chap. That's good. You know, your son or whatever, or whoever the hell is going to succeed you. The most common start is that your eldest son will inherit most of your titles, while the younger sons also get their share. That kind of inheritance is called gavelkind. Okay. Well, that wasn't very... So, okay, basic diplomacy. Diplomacy is what we call the interactions between characters. It can be to start wars or send a child off to be educated. Now, to find a number of characters who can use different diplomatic options, click on the ruler portrait to continue. Okay. Diplomatic actions. To get started, right-click your half-brother, Earl Mal of Athol. You'll find him at the bottom left of the family tree, right? So that it's this chap, yeah? You'll see... Oh, hang on. Right-click, okay. So you'll see two menus, right? The left one will take you to his character screen. The right one is for diplomacy actions. So click that, right? Okay. Here, you'll see some information about the character we are interacting with on top left. This information includes their how they feel about you, their titles. That doesn't exactly make sense. Anyway, religion, dynasty, and more. In the lower left part, we see a list of possible diplomatic actions. To the right, you'll be able to adjust the diplomatic choices and see what effects they will net once you have decided. Click on this to continue. Oh, God, more drink. It needs to be an alcoholic drink as well. Oh. Another thing which is kind of sending me crazy is the font is so small in the game. Once I've done this tutorial, I'll see if I can actually make it bigger. Because I'm running it at 1080p and it's like... I need my magnifying glass on. Anyway, make him like us, right? So we've got to make the chap like us. If we, for example, want to make a character to like us a bit more, we can grant them an honorary title. Click on the Award Honorary Title button. Award Honorary Title. Ha! Court Jester. The first suggestion, Court Jester, is not very nice to give to someone if you want to stay on their good side. Click Keeper of the Swans instead. With swan meat being without a doubt one of the finest meats available from either beast or fowl, the need to ensure a steady supply of swans is important. Oh, his opinion of me is going to go up by 10. Your half-brother, Mel, is a Scottish Earl. He's the Steward of Scotland. Oh, good lord. Right, basic military combat. Now you're talking my talk. This is what I want to know. This part of the tutorial, click on the military tab to continue, which is the slashy sword icon. Good lord, my eyes have just bled. He's called Gospatrick. Gospatrick! Raising troops. This is a military screen. Here you can see how many troops you have, how many you can raise, and what they will cost you. For this exercise, you see what I mean? Exercise. It's like I'm back at school. Now, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, now kids, for this exercise, now class. Oh lord. We need troops. So click on the button with an up arrow here to raise your personal retinue. Well, that's my personal guard. Well, that there, okay? Raise personal... No, hang on. Hang on. Let's just read this again. For this exercise, we need troops. So click the button with an up arrow here to raise your personal retinue. With... Well, it must be that. That's the only one that looks like... Select the troop by clicking on the shield. What? Well, that's the picture of the shield there, so... Oh, hang on. No, that's the troop. Right, okay, so... Right, we've selected the troop. The army of King Malcolm III. Malcolm in the middle. Now you get some information about this army. Why do these windows just... Why can't I move them? Anyway, the name is Army of King Malcolm. Yeah, okay. And it has a number of people in it. At the top, you have the organisation bar that tells you how good the condition of the troops are. Then you have the Regent's Shield and buttons to manage the army. The next row contains information about what kind of troops you have in this unit. Then you have 3 parts on the lower part of this screen. The army is usually divided into 3 flanks. But this is such a small army, it's not necessary. Open the military tab again to learn about handling your army with an iron fist. This time, let's also raise some levies from a vassal. If you were going to war, you'd probably like to raise all available levies using the button towards the top. For this exercise, we just need a few though, so raise the personal levies of the Earl of Fife. So the Earl of Fife, this chap here, raise his personal levy. as soon as the second troop arrives, it's like a bit random how these windows just appear all over the place. As soon as the second troop arrives, you can hover over the troop to see when. You can hover over the troop to see when in the tooltip. So I mean, I know that's in brackets, but again, I don't think that entirely. What? Select both of them by clicking on the side and dragging the box around them. Yeah. First, you need. You'll first need to close the army details screen to see them both. Well, I have because I've got. Oh, so I need to move these to each other, right? Let's read this again. So it's asking me to click that button, which is that button there, merge selected unit. As soon as the second troop arrives, you can hover over the troop to see when in the tooltip. Oh, right, okay, so it's not actually here. September the 30th, 1066. So what is the date? No, we need to go forward then. So it's saying I need to first close that, but I can't actually. What am I supposed to do? See, what the hell is going on here? As soon as the second troop arrives, you can hover over the troop side to see when in the tool. Yeah, whatever. So we know we know he's arriving at the 30th of this month, but it's only the 24th, and I can't unpause the game. You'll first need to close the army details screen to see them both. Now you have a merge button over the info screen of the two armies. Click that to create one bigger army. Now the only thing I've done here is I've actually moved that unit, so is that totally screwed it up because I've moved that unit? Well, I've had to skip that chapter because I think well, war is the kind of diplomacy in this game. It is an important tool to grow your realm and to protect what's yours. Click next to continue. Righty-ho. Good lord. For you to be able to declare war, you first need some sort of that. Casus belli. The most common kind is to get a claim. Other methods involve plots and events, but let's focus on claims. So to see where our borders go, click on the independent realms and we'll continue. It wants me to attack somewhere over here? What? It would be nice addition to our border. Plus, his maximum numbers of levy is not very impressive. Click on the province. So, this province? Yeah. After reviewing the province stats, open the council screen. Now let's send our Chancellor out on a secret mission to fabricate claims. Click the fabricate claims button, right? So the Chancellor chap, that is this chap. Yeah, and the big arrow, obviously, yes, click on it. Right, okay, so I've Sith. Oh yeah, the Sith Lord. He's got no hat, but our Chancellor chap's over there. Now let's send our Chancellor to fabricate. Right, place the Chancellor there. All right, so it actually wants me to put it. So basically, I've screwed this again. I now cannot go forward because I've... Well, we just skip forward there. See, because I moved my unit there, I couldn't actually then move them again because of the date thing, and I can't unpause the game, apparently. What the hell? Once you want to end a war, there are a few different outcomes. Press next to learn about them. Good lord. Attacker wins. The attacker gets claimed province or title, plus prestige and higher score. Attacker loses. The attacker loses prestige, which lowers the score. They also lose the claim. Truce, white peace. The attacker loses prestige. Okay. Oh, plots and intrigue, advanced war, return to the menu. So, let's go for plots and intrigue. So can you see straight away, this game is like, I've never played grand strategy games, and to even understand the basics, it's taken me, I don't know how long I've been going so far, but still I'm a bit shaky. You know, it's like, I think we're going to have to split this up. This is like my very first attempt, and then I'll do like a game play. God. We'll be trying it. I say playing the bloody game, it'll just be a massive capitulation. Anyway, plots and intrigue. So, this part will tell you about ambitions. All playable characters can select an ambition instead of plotting devious schemes. Click on the Intrigue tab to learn more. Intrigue. At the top of this window, you see a big button that says click to choose ambition. Here you can choose to plot or set a goal for your current character. This character does not have any plots. So let's discuss ambitions first. Example ambitions can be to get married, to hoard up a big pile of gold, get thousands of prestige, or other things like this. When you succeed with an ambition, you will also get some kind of reward. A better reward for the harder ambition, of course. So this is like a personal goal I can set, and I'll get some kind of reward. Once you've completed an ambition, you can select a new one. Keep in mind that some of them can really be hard to obtain, so you need to start planning ahead to be able to complete them. Click next to continue. Right.